Tonight on Evening, the Seattle painter turning homes into works of art.
I'm trying to capture the essence of what the homeowner loves about their home.
Thrifting trends for back to school at the world's biggest Goodwill.
You're gonna find treasures everywhere. Converse, barely worn. These look like a limited edition to me.
And the classic way to catch salmon that's making a comeback on Puget Sound waters. Good evening and welcome. I'm Chris Cashman. We are at Woodland Park Zoo, a very exciting time as they have a new resident. For the first time in 5 years, they have a sloth. He's hanging out as we speak. Let's go meet Fezzik.
Can you see him? If you stand right here, right at my height, just scoot over.
Where are we seeing here?
Forget Where's Waldo, find Fezzik.
Sloths are my favorite, and look, can you see it?
That's crazy.
So, big green leaves.
They say patience is a virtue, and when it comes to anything sloth related,
It's been a while since we've had two-toed sloths here.
progress happens very slowly.
He's a Hoffman's two-toed sloth. They're found in South America. And Fezzik is about 10 years old, and he's nocturnal. So during the day, he's hiding out where nobody can really see him.
Hard to be the life of the party when you sleep all day.
That is amazing!
But Fezzik is much more versatile than you might think.
I think one of the most surprising things about a sloth is they can actually move very quickly when they want to.
And yes, Fezzik is named after the beloved character from The Princess Bride.
He's very, very short on charm.
Fezzik's diet is fit for a farmer's market.
Romaine lettuce, red leaf lettuce, yams, squash, broccoli. Right now, he's kind of just eating everything that's in the dome, too. So he's really living his best life in there.
Yeah, forget about Where's Waldo. Find Fezzik if you can this weekend here at Woodland Park Zoo. Meanwhile, not far from here in Wallingford, a local artist that proves home truly is where the heart is. And sometimes the heart just needs a little watercolor to make it shine. Here's Saints.
The pigments are almost alive. That's what I want.
In Seattle's Wallingford neighborhood, artist Melinda Hanna has found her calling, capturing not just houses, but the heart of what makes a home.
I'm trying to capture the essence of what the homeowner loves about their home so it can be immortalized in a painting.
For the past several years, Melinda has been walking around the neighborhood and offering her services as a storyteller for hire.
When I do a painting for someone's home, I'm learning over a period of time what they most love about their home. What are your favorite plants during what time of year? How are they going to fit into the painting?
She'll take dozens, if not hundreds, of photographs, meet with the owners multiple times, and make line drawings and color studies.
So by the time they get the delivered product, they know what's going to be in that painting.
Paintings that look like they belong in storybooks. Richard Wyckoff and his wife asked Melinda to help celebrate a home they've lived in for 40 years.
We love this place. Nice Wallingford bungalow house. We've had a great time here, so this was our way to kind of memorialize and honor that time.
It took decades for Melinda to find her sweet spot. She was still in her 20s when she left a high-paying job at the Seattle Times to pursue art.
And it was really a rough road. Years ago, I used to say, if you want to be an artist, you should get used to the idea of humiliation and learn to be comfortable, because that's what it's going to be.
But Melinda has found her way by spreading comfort and cheer.
I get amazing feedback. I mean, people are so happy. Sometimes people will burst into tears. They're so touched by seeing what they love captured in a painting.
Love stories told in vibrant colors, one house at a time.
Maybe it took me 64 years to get here, but this is an incredible time in my life. I mean, these paintings can last 500 years, right? So, yeah, I mean, I would say it's all been worth it for me at this point.
Very cool stuff. You will find Melinda Wednesday afternoons at the Wallingford Farmers Markets. Let's stay right here and celebrate another local lady. One of Hollywood's busiest actors actually got her start on stage at Seattle's Franklin High School. Recently, Amy Hill returned to that very stage and sat down with Saints.
She was the world's worst babysitter in The Cat in the Hat, a cafe manager in 50 First Dates,
Not aloha, hello, aloha, goodbye. We're closed today, go away.
and Frank Costanza's long-lost Korean girlfriend on Seinfeld.
You stop short with me? We don't do that in Korea.
Now, for the first time in nearly 55 years,
This is crazy. Oh my God, I'm gonna start crying.
Amy Hill has returned to Franklin High School, where it all began.
Welcome back to high school, Amy Hill.
Thank you so much. I'm thrilled to be here. I haven't been on this stage since 1971.
A character actor with comedy chops, Amy had years of stage and film experience when she caught her first big break in the 90s, playing Margaret Cho's grandmother on All American Girl.
The mirror reflects good luck into the living room.
Oh, wait. What is that?
A dog, I think.
Looks like some kind of baby bear that come out of the trash.
Life has a way of coming full circle, and Amy plays a grandmother again in the live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch, shot during the rainy season in Honolulu.
And, you know, they'd be like, oh, I think it stopped raining for a minute. And we'd like run out. Oh, it started again. So it was very difficult, but we had such camaraderie. Everybody was so happy to be doing this.
Amy's also happy to join Governor Gary Locke, Kenny G, and football star Terry Metcalf in Franklin's Hall of Fame. She's taking time to share tips with the next generation of Franklin High actors.
If you're in the moment, you're not thinking about your lines when you're doing theater, you're living the line.
It's taken Amy more than raw talent to make it as an actor. She's worked hard, persevered, and has found a way to let rejections just bounce off her.
There's a part of me, because I was othered so much growing up, because I'm biracial, my mom's Japanese, my dad's Finn. You know, I never expected anything necessarily, so everything's been gravy, icing on the cake. This is the beginning of my career.
Thank you, Saint. You can currently see Amy Hill starring in Disney's live-action version of Lilo and Stitch, now streaming. Coming up, a back-to-school fashion trend that might save you some money.
Thrifting is a huge trend, and I'm excited that young people are upcycling, recycling, giving clothes a second life.
And a Kingston farm growing much more than fresh veggies.
Local stories make a difference.
That's good.
With the power to enrich lives, strengthen communities, and make us smile. Evening is made possible by Primera Blue Cross. Primera Blue Cross, always in your corner.
And welcome back to Evening from Woodland Park Zoo, where we are celebrating the dramatic return of the sloth. Fessick is here after a 5-year gap. The sloth is back here at the zoo. As I like to say, it's kind of like the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson of zoo animals. Everybody gets excited about the sloth. Come see him this weekend. Currently sound asleep inside. Meanwhile, I probably don't have to tell you, it's back to school season. But settle the panic. There is a great way to save some money, thrifting style. Our friend from New Day, Gloria, is here, and she brought along a stylist, Darcy Camden, and they're popping tags.
I'm at the largest Goodwill in the whole wide world, and we have 4 high schoolers with $100 each in their hand, and they're gonna do back to school shopping.
Thrifting is a huge trend, and I'm excited that young people are upcycling, recycling, giving clothes a second life. One of the biggest trends for high schoolers is like the Y2K, early 2000s. Also, the kids are sort of liking oversized, bigger pieces.
I see potential in this shirt. Like if I cut it a little and I wear it over like a tank top, maybe a black tank top, it'd be so cute.
Darcy, sometimes parents and kids have different opinions when it comes to clothing. How to compromise?
They almost always have different opinions, and I think that's often related to the cost of things. Parents don't want to spend a ton of money on something that their kid is just gonna end up not liking or not wearing. So I think when you go thrifting, the pressure on families comes way down just because things are so much more affordable.
Absolutely, so $100 will be enough.
The kids have $100. I think they could put an outfit together for $30, $40, $50, but we'll see what they can find. That Tokyo, Japan vintage, that is awesome. What's cool to kids sometimes doesn't make sense to parents.
True.
And that's okay. It's not always for us to understand, it's for them to experience.
I found these really good packs and jeans. I love these jeans. They're normally like $50, $40. It says it's on sale for $20.
I really like long necklaces because I think they just look cool for layering.
See, all of this stuff is new to them. That's like what I wore to prom. Smart kids know they can come here, they can get the original thing from 20 years ago. It's vintage, and it's honestly just cooler than anything else they could find.
I really wanted these.
But not the right size?
I know, yeah. That's the only problem.
I mean, that's the heartbreaking thing about thrifting sometimes is it's not like you can go to the back and get another size of it. It either fits or it doesn't fit, and sometimes you just have to put it back if it's not the right thing.
Honestly.
Do you have tips on thrifting?
Okay, well, the store is laid out sort of by gender, and I always encourage everybody to just like shop the entire store. You're gonna find treasures everywhere. Converse, barely worn. These look like a limited edition to me.
This is really cool. It reminds me a lot of like K-pop.
I am so impressed with what these kids found. They found personality pieces, really unique items that I don't know where you would find anywhere else. And they also found great basics, jeans, white t-shirts, like the foundational pieces for their entire back-to-school wardrobe. They did great.
Evergreen Goodwill, aka the biggest Goodwill in the world, is conveniently located in Seattle's Sodo neighborhood. Meanwhile, in Kingston, there is a farm growing flowers and food, but that's not its only purpose, because at Fat Turnip Farms, they're also growing the future. Here's Saint.
Well, let's see here. Probably have 130 varieties of cut flowers, 20 varieties of peppers, 8 varieties of onions.
But at Fat Turnip Farms in Kingston, Brian Custer is growing more than food and flowers. He's also growing farmers.
Because I believe we need a future generation of farmers, and we're not creating very many of them right now. So this place seems to be a real big part of that.
The farm started up in 2019 with the motto, Teach the Children.
Yeah, that's a 72-pounder. We want to teach them everything from how to be physically strong, emotionally strong, spiritually strong, to be able to handle the work and the pounding that farms take. Because there's really quite a disconnect between what lands on someone's table and everything that it took to get there.
Sophie Porter has been here since day one. At age 17, she began managing the 14-acre farm, overseeing a crew mostly made up of younger cousins.
I love it. In the winter, you got to plan for the coming year. You got to plant everything in the field, and then come harvest time, that's my favorite. Bringing in everything.
So it's gonna be $20 even.
Sophie's cousin, Lizzie Strickland, works mostly behind the counter, but also sells bouquets of flowers she's made herself.
It's kind of like a dream come true. I've always wanted to work on a farm, and then Brian's like this happy little guy.
We often joke we call it farming and not banking because you can't count on anything.
This is called yarrow, and it comes in the yellow.
Well, for $5, you can count on picking your own bouquet of flowers.
Isn't that so gorgeous? Oh, can't wait to get these home.
Months ago, all of this was a wet, empty field.
Now look, they got all this fruit on them, and you know, start reaping what you sow.
Ryan is also reaping what he sows. His girls wear knives on their hips. Their fingernails are dirty, and yes, they do sweat.
Anything that teaches you how to get up and work hard all day when you feel like it and when you don't feel like it, then it's a huge benefit later in life. And young people need more opportunities like that.
And young people also need rewards. So, on summer days,
a little bit of sweetener for me.
The girls of Fat Turnip Farms
Whoops. It always comes out too fast. Anybody else?
Celebrate a hot day in the fields with snow cones.
Cheers to Fat Turnip Farms!
The Fat Turnip Farm Stand is open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5 through Halloween, and we understand that cantaloupe is coming in right about now. Up next.
Very active, super fun way to fish. You're constantly in contact with your rod and reel.
An old school way to catch salmon with a funny name. Jose goes mooching. And welcome back to Evening from Woodland Park Zoo, where my friend Fessick the sloth is settling into his new digs. The penguins have already eaten for the day, but you're probably thinking about dinner. I suggest salmon. And if you want to catch salmon the Seattle way, you've got to go mooching. If you don't know what mooching is, don't worry, because we didn't either. We sent Jose to find out.
It was an early crew call at the marina for what I was expecting to be a hands-on fishing experience with Captain Keith.
Typically this time of year we do 6-hour trips.
So what's the plan? The plan is we're going north.
We start at 6 in the morning, come back about noon. Getting paid to go out in the water it's almost like stealing. I get to share my favorite place in the world.
It took about 30 minutes of this scenic ride to make our first stop.
Looks like we're in a good spot. Now it's time to get the fish.
The general rules are 2 salmon per person, hatchery only.
Gonna mooch.
By law, it's all barbless hooks. The most simple description of mooching is dropping to the bottom or very close to the bottom and then reeling it back up. This is the Puget Sound style of mooching. Very small percentage of the fishing population still fish this way. Mooching was started in around the 20s and 30s in Elliott Bay. Started by the Japanese. You know, it requires a little finesse. The more you do it, the better you get at it. For me personally, it's all about the bite, kind of where the adrenaline happens.
All right, it's my turn to try to catch a fish. Let's see how that goes.
Pretty much the only places in the world they fish this way are Puget Sound and Sitka, Alaska. Very active, super fun way to fish. You're constantly in contact with your rod and reel.
It didn't take too long for a fish to give me a fight. Turns out, this is a king salmon.
You did an unbelievable job with it. It's like you've done it 100 times before.
The bad news is that I don't get to keep this one.
Sometimes with the regulations, you can't keep them. Today we were busy. You can't ask for anything more than that.
There we go.
For me, it's always about the catching and not the killing. The good thing is if you catch one mooching, you caught it. You held the rod, you hooked the fish, you reeled it in, you caught the fish. I thought today was awesome.
Thank you to Jose and the good people at Spot Tail Guides. If you didn't know, there are specific seasons when you can catch wild salmon, which is why Jose, as we know him affectionately, Mr. Catch and Release, sent him on back. Up next, craving authentic Italian pizza? Check out this local restaurant chain.
Now in our 40th season, Evening shares local stories that make our communities shine. Thanks to support from Pemco Insurance. Pemco empowers the Northwest to prevent the preventable. Learn how at pemco.com.
And welcome back to Evening from Woodland Park Zoo, hanging out in front of the carousel, not to be confused with a merry-go-round. Merry-go-round's got all sorts of creatures and animals. Carousel, exclusively horses. And now you know. Now let's tempt your tummy, because there is a family-owned pizza chain that just opened up a new location at East Lake this month. And if it's anything like their West Seattle location, it's going to be a hit. St. Brian has the preview.
If you're looking for a stylish way to share a pizza, consider making Mio Posto your place. They do wood-fired pizzas in 4 locations around Seattle. These are pizzas baked nearly instantly at 600 degrees. In West Seattle, we showcase the Piccola Verde with pea pesto, fontina, ricotta, red onion, pancetta, and asparagus on a fresh milled tomato base. We also tried some of the antipasto. Mio Posto also offers seasonally inspired happy hour cocktails. In the springtime, we tried a hibiscus margarita, a Pacific Northwest sour, and the reddest of all, the Terra Rosa, made with beet juice, grappa, and Prosecco.
Yeah, Mio Posto currently has 4 locations: West Seattle, Mercer Island, Mount Baker, and that new one on East Lake. The Ravenna location currently closed because a car drove through it in July. It's not a drive-through. We look forward to that one being reopened. And our big thanks to our friends here at Woodland Park Zoo. We want you to come visit. We want you to come see Fessick the sloth settling into his new digs. They open every day at 9:30. Great time to beat the crowds. Until next time, sloth style. We'll see you.